Heyo, welcome to Minecraft. My name is Aerington, and today we are back in the World Builder CMP. Last episode, we built this chicken coop and spent way too much time on this little pond here. But this episode, I think we're going to spend more time working on some interiors. So, before I start, I want to point out that this is a very cooperative CMP that me and Dave have going. We are just looking to collaborate back and forth and bounce ideas off of each other. But that also means that each of our builds are totally open for the other to jump in and work on whenever they feel fit. Such as in the first episode, we tried out putting some sandstone in Dave's build, and this episode, I think we're actually going to go ahead and hop inside and begin working on the interiors. So let's go ahead and we'll hop in here. I think we'll put a kitchen in here and maybe even start filling out some of the floors. Let's get to it. All right, so I've got a little bit of this interior worked out, at least as far as the kitchen and the dining area. So we'll go ahead and check that out here. We've got a dining table here made of pistons extended from the floor. We've got a redstone block under there holding those up. Got a cake on top and some wraparound bench seating there. And over here, we've got more of the same for this kind of island here, with some herbs growing here. And over here by the door, we've got our lumber for the fireplace. We've got some resting by the door and some in this rack over here. And we've got a nice big old stew there for the farm hands and the family that lives here. We've got our kitchen, our sink, and even an old wooden ice box. And in here we've got some dispensers holding the contents of our ice box, our refrigerator. Guess it's not really much of a refrigerator at that time. But anyways, we've got some windows here. I'm not sure if I love the glass, but I didn't want to do the fence posts don't attach to those walls because I use walls here to inset it a little bit. So I'm trying to just experiment with some these wall blocks, where you can use them, where they're going to really shine. And I really do like how this sets it back a little bit, gives a little bit of a windowsill, a little bit of a ledge. But again, I'm just not sure if I love the glass, but I think that's what we'll do for now. I know a lot of the other windows here in the building have fence posts, so we'll see. For right now, that will stay as is. So we have added in that ceiling, so that is the floor up here. And I don't have much of a plan for any of this yet, so you know what? We might even just project jump. Now over here, we've got, this is going to be a bit of the stairwell that Dave's got planned out, and we might just kind of leave the top be for now. Maybe we'll wait, maybe it'll pass the baton over to Dave, or maybe we'll get inspired and come back here later this episode or next. I'm not quite sure to do what to do with some of this empty space here. Like I said, the stairs will be here, but I don't know what to do with this section. I'm trying to think of what you would walk into in this kind of open kitchen dining area. What kind of things you would need here, but I can't really figure out what those will be. So until then, we will leave that empty. And I think I'm actually going to come over here and work on this barn a bit. So first thing to do is we're going to put in a walk around area up here, bit of the attic or hay storage, and we'll have, this is going to be kind of an L shape. So this will go from here. So you can walk, step down from up there with the hay, and then it'll go on over here. And we'll have a bunch of hay bales lined up there. We'll get these stair blocks fixed up so the roof's all done, the ceiling on the inside. And then I think we'll add another story somewhere in here. And this will combine over to this section over here. Now from there, I don't really know what I want to do. I haven't decided. I guess we talked with Dave. We'll probably put, we need some carts in here. I'm thinking more of farm materials and equipment in here rather than like a horse stables or anything along that lines, but we're going to let it just kind of organically flow and become what it becomes as we go. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting in some of these floors and maybe even start a bit of the decorating, and I'll check back in with you once that's done. So we're starting to make some progress in here. We've got a hayloft up here. We've got some spider webs nestled up into the ceiling of the barn, some lighting, just some lanterns hanging around, some boxes, and a lot of empty space. Like I said, I kind of want to fill this with farm equipment. So let's see, we've got a lot of farmland out here. So let's go ahead and start with something along the lines of a plow. Let's see if we can maybe put these back here for the metal parts of the plow that you drag through the dirt to till up the land to plow it. And we'll get these here. Need this to be raised up so where we can hook it to the horse. And of course, it's going to have to be set in here, so it can't be hanging in the middle there. And then need a section to hook onto the horse. And I think that looks like a plow to me. I mean, the horse would go right here and drag that along and till up the land. If you use your imagination, I think that works. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. So now let's see. We'll just have to think of some more farm equipment here to tuck away in the barn. Maybe I make another one of these carts. I really like this cart design that Dave's got, especially with this axle here. Looks gorgeous. Mostly trapdoors. Beautiful. Yeah, if we can put one of these in here and maybe make something kind of like the idea of putting something like this here, but maybe with hoppers at the back to dispense seeds into the farm. I don't know if that makes sense or if that was matches the times, but I mean, this is Minecraft though too. We've got hoppers, and I mean, if you've got hoppers, you're gonna use them. So you put something like, I know where a hopper is at. Don't mind me. So if we did something kind of like, I'll move it over a little bit so it's not right next to it. And much do that same design. I wonder how this is going to look. If it's going to make sense. In my head, it makes perfect sense. Oh, right. And again, the part that the horse hooks into. That look... Well, they're a little too lined up in the barn, but I don't know. I feel like that makes sense to me. I kind of like this back one, so they're not lined up. And fence gates in here, fence posts back, slabs, and the gates to rein in the horse. I mean, I like that. I think that looks like a seeder, like something that you would take out to the field to put the seeds in. You know what? We can grab a bunch of seeds. No, it's miscellaneous. I will never get used to all this stuff. There, well, that doesn't look as random as I was hoping. This is ridiculous. No one will ever see this unless Dave looks at our hoppers. There, and that is our seeder done. Seeder, is that a word? Seed machine? Yeah, well, that's that. And then we've got a plow in here. We'll get a cart up near the front, and actually, you know what, that should fill up this area down here at the bottom. And then I think I'm gonna separate this side off, but I don't know what to make it into. My gut reaction is just kind of a Almost looks like a house off to the side, but that doesn't make sense with what we've got over here. So again, we're just gonna have to kind of think this out as we go, and I'll let you know as soon as I decide. So I'll add in a cart and we'll see where we're at. All right, so after some more work, I have decided and built what this other side should be. So I talked with Dave some, and we thought that this would be a great area for cows. So in here, we've got our area for milking cows and all of the storage that might be needed. So some leads over here, hay bales for feeding them. And then back here, I've been having a lot of fun lately with making machines that don't necessarily work in Minecraft, but give the illusion that in the Minecraft mechanics of things would actually function. So like right here, we've got a hopper below a cow, uh, just kind of simulating that it's collecting the milk and putting it in this cauldron here. So we'd have buckets in there and it would collect the milk, and then over here, we've got some of the milk and some of the buckets for collecting that. And of course, over here, we've got a way to get the cows back in there. Now, again, it doesn't actually work in Minecraft, but it looks like something that would, and I really like that. We don't have an upstairs done yet. I wasn't sure if I wanted to cap this off or keep it open, so that'll be done later down the line at some point. I don't really have any plans for it yet, but over here we've got our cow field, our cow pasture. So I tried to mimic a bit of this custom tree that Dave's got over here, and so we've got one of those here. It looks all right, all right. And then, of course, in here we've got just a lot of mud and muck, and then over here some water and the bell to ring in for the cows. So that's mostly this area. Alrighty, so with that done, I think that's about the end of our mostly interior focused episode. We've got a bit of a kitchen interior done for the bottom of the farmhouse over here. We've got our barn interior with the plows, as well as the area for the cows and milking, and a cow pasture. So I'm pretty happy with what we got done. We've even got some pigs over there in that other side. And so I think that's what we've got for today. Thank you all for joining. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a like. If you've got any ideas for what else we should add around here, make sure you'll leave a comment below. And if you want to join me on this content creation adventure, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.